The event is dumb. Never switch heroes.
It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
And a hot second here discussing the Chabba event, Chabba Week. And this is a conversation for every platform of the game. Every couple of months, they're going to release a reworked hero, they're going to massively update a hero, or they're going to release a brand new hero. And I was talking to Assassin right before this went live, and I believe that 2 out of the past 3 months, for like the last 6 months, so roughly 2/3 of every month, a reworked hero is released or a new hero is released. And I haven't said this recently. I haven't spent a lot of time really harping on this fact recently. But guys, these new heroes and these reworked heroes, they're great. But Chabba does not solve a problem that you couldn't solve before. This reworked Chabba does not answer any questions that we couldn't answer before. There were heroes already in place that handled what Chabba can do just fine. Chabba before this rework was the bottom tank, the absolute worst tank, in many people's opinions. The only conversation that I want to have around Chabba from this point forward is he still the worst, or is he somewhere in the middle now? And if he's not the worst, then who is the worst tank? Because even Galahad has more use cases than Chabba does, in my opinion. What he does is not game breaking, but wrapping him into a week-long quarterly event like the Galactic Sale or Chabba Week or Black Friday Week, whatever you want to call it, puts an unintended focus on maybe I should level him up. Maybe I should grab him and be a third. Maybe he should be my third tank. Jamal says revamped Chabba is more sturdy, but he's got the same problem he had before. Still gets shut down by Jorgen. She doesn't ult and dies too quickly against magic teams. Zisha is similar, right? We already have big single target damage dealers. We already do. She's just another damage dealer. The Chaos Tribe is a strong tribe, but it's not the best tribe. It might be in the future when Zisha gets a couple more skins, but until Zisha gets a second and a third skin, the Chaos Tribe overall isn't going to be as good as other existing tribes and other existing damage dealers. It's a cool little thing that she does, but she's easily countered, just like every hero in the game. Manta says they should do an event just like Lilith and experiment with Chabba. I agree. They should have done a brawl style event like Lilith's Brawl for every reworked and every released hero. Michael says Chabba is a noob trap. Options is never bad, but there is so much focus on big numbers for sake of big numbers. Okay. We need a Judge revamp. Oh yeah. I can't wait for the Judge revamp on Facebook. I'm hoping that Judge is getting the revamp for Winterfest, actually. I'm really hoping that that's the case. I don't think new heroes or new updates should make them OP. I agree. And the problem is, R2, is that people think that they're overpowered because everybody's talking about it. But it's not true. It's not true. Yasmin, as a damage dealer, is overall weaker than other damage dealers until she gets more skins. She probably will not get more skins in the near future either. I could be wrong. She might get a Winterfest skin, but I bet you that other damage dealers get new skins before she does. Older heroes get new skins. I bet on Hero Wars Mobile, Artemis is going to get a new skin before she does. I bet maybe Darkstar. Kark is probably going to get another skin also, even though he already got one this year. Just lower overall stats. She's a solved hero. Like, it's easy to counter just like every other hero. And what does she have left but lesser stats? Too much focus has been put on reworks. Yasmin was OP until people worked on their Helioses. There's a lot of ways to counter Yasmin. On both platforms. People just need to figure out what works the best for their situation. Yasmin is OP because new players don't have the resources to counter her. I myself still have to focus into building my main team, and Helios is not part of it. You don't need Helios to counter Yasmin. Yasmin at the low end is so strong that giving her meaningful upgrades could just frustrate the low end players. Yeah, I can agree with that. She definitely starts to lose power the higher into the game you go. Kind of like Kark on mobile. I think Chabba getting higher armor gain for health loss is great, but not something that makes me think I should suddenly build Chabba over other options that were built before him. 100% Jamal, 100%. So again, guys, again, the point of this rant for the last 5 minutes or so is to stay focused on your main team. Don't just switch to a new hero just because they got the rework. Don't invest heavily into a new hero or a reworked hero, especially if they don't fit your team at all. Like, Chabba doesn't fit any of my teams anywhere. None of them. And I don't see an issue. I don't see a single issue where I would prefer to have Chabba over my existing tanks on any of my accounts. The slow is nice, but without Sebastian to protect against Jorgens, on mobile I should say, Sebastian would protect Chabba just fine on Facebook and web. But the rework wasn't on Facebook and web. It was on mobile. So he's dumb. No, he's not dumb. I don't like calling him. I apologize. Sorry, Chabba. I don't like calling people names. The event is dumb. Never switch heroes.